Hey everyone! Today, we'll talk about how you can switch to a skilled worker visa if you're already in the UK on another type of visa. Let's get started. Important reminders. First off, don't travel outside the UK, Ireland, the Channel Islands, or the Isle of Man until you get a decision. If you do, your application will be withdrawn. What about your partner and children? If you switch your visa, your partner and children's visas won't automatically switch. They need to apply separately either at the same time as you or before their current visas expire. Note, if you're switching as a care worker or senior care worker, they cannot switch as your dependents. Eligibility requirements. You need to meet the following. Your job must meet the eligibility requirements. You must prove your English proficiency. Job requirements. To qualify for a skilled worker visa, ensure your job is eligible. You'll work for a UK employer approved by the Home Office. You'll be paid at least the minimum salary rate for your job. Salary requirements. Your salary must be the highest of £38,700 per year. The going rate for your job. For example, if your salary is £39,000 but the going rate is £45,000, you don't meet the usual requirements. However, if you work in healthcare or education, the rules might differ based on national pay scales. Lower salary options. If you don't meet the usual salary requirements and aren't in healthcare or education, you might still be eligible if you earn at least £30,960 per year. This applies if you're extending or updating your skilled worker visa. Approved employers. You need a job offer from an approved UK employer, a sponsor. They'll provide a certificate of sponsorship, COS, an electronic record with a reference number for your visa application. Apply within 3 months of getting your COS. Proving your English proficiency. You must demonstrate your English skills, reading, writing, speaking, understanding, at least at level B1 on the CEFR scale. You can do this by passing a secure English language test, SELT, having a GCSE, a level, or similar qualification in English from a UK school, holding a degree taught in English, verified by ECTIS if studied abroad. Exceptions for English proficiency. You don't need to prove your English skills if you're from countries like Australia, Canada, the USA, and others. Also, doctors, dentists, nurses, midwives, and vets who passed relevant English assessments don't need to prove it again. Additional requirements for student visa holders. If you're on a student visa, you must have completed the course you were sponsored to study. Have a job start date after your course ends. Have studied for a PhD for at least 24 months. Who can't switch to this visa? You cannot switch if you're in the UK on a visit visa, short-term student visa, parent of a child student visa, seasonal worker visa, domestic worker in a private household visa, immigration bail, permission to stay outside the immigration rules. If you fall into one of these categories, you must leave the UK and apply from abroad. Fees. Each applicant must pay the visa application fee, the healthcare surcharge for each year of their stay, biometric information fee, fingerprints and photo. If you've been in the UK for less than a year, you'll also need to prove you have enough money to support yourself. Proving your identity. To prove your identity, you'll either give your fingerprints and photo at a UKVA service point to get a biometric residence permit. Use the UK Immigration ID Check app to scan your identity document and sign into your UKVI account. You'll be told what you need to do when you apply. That's it for today's guide on switching to a skilled worker visa. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more useful content. See you next time.